So I really started, being interested more and more, getting interested in like how to measure the halo effect that we have with like omni-channel campaigns with our ecom stuff. So, we want to know if we're doing one ROAS, 100% ROAS, if you will, on Facebook or on a specific platform. How do we actually know what's the end kind of like ROI? So we know that Facebook and any other platform, every time you spend money on CPC, CPMs, you also get halo effect. And that halo effect has two ways that we at least measure. First one is DTC. What happens when someone sees the ad on Taboola, Outbrain, Applovin, Facebook, Google, YouTube, whatever, and then it goes and searches for the brand on Google, gets in through the sponsored ad, the PPC ad, or the organic one. And the other way is people who go into Amazon and buy, and then you have the Amazon thing, which is much, much harder to actually investigate and go deep into what's the attribution. And this thing only gets harder and harder when you have multiple sales channels, like if you run ads on YouTube, Facebook, and others, all together combined on the same campaign. So the first way that people actually measure that one specific channel would be separating the funnels, but that doesn't help when the person actually goes and buys through a different channel at the end. And it also doesn't help with Amazon. So what do? We personally use House. It's an it's an agency, basically, a company that is has developed technology. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. This isn't me advertising them. They haven't paid me for this. And what they do is they would get first of all, they're like an official Meta partner. So this is like a new program that Meta actually has, and they have integrations with Meta in a very deep way that I don't think many companies have. And then the other thing is that what they do is, for example, if you advertise in the US, they would want to measure that you actually reach certain metrics, that you spend in a certain amount of money every day and like a certain average and stuff. And then what they do is they would do, like, for example, half of the states would become test states, and then they would have certain states that they would only advertise or allow for like 20-30% exposure of your ads. And then with that combined with the integration that they have with Facebook and the ability to really see what came actually from Facebook, and then the integrations that they have with Shopify. And then finally, they used your own data, your own attribution data. So that's going to be really making it kind of like pure and very scientific. They're able to tell you what happens within your campaigns and the halo effect. So you can actually, if you use any kind of like attribution model or like internal system, you're able to see and know, okay, this is actually $100 CPA, but with the whatever money that I'm making from the halo effect from Amazon, from Google search, organic sales and stuff like that, it's actually the equivalent of 78, for example, or 80. Or maybe you want to take it, you don't want to take the CPA down, you want to take the LTV down or AOV up. Sorry, the LTV up. That might something that you want to do as well, and that works. So from what we've seen, and this is something that they advertise, when they researched Ecom stuff with Meta, they've seen 23% DTC uplift, which is organic and direct and stuff, and then they've seen 14% increase in ROI at the end of the day. So that number goes down when you use omni channels, when you use multiple channels, but this is the uplift that they have actually seen. And I'd love to know if you guys are using any type of other attribution system. They know how to work with the bigger ones, Northbeam, Triple Whale, stuff like that. Super interesting to see if you guys are that interested in the halo effect that I'm getting, or in general, like really digging deep, or you're just looking for that direct kind of like ROI. Is it profitable? Is it not? And then if it's breaking even or losing, then you don't care about the uplift. You're actually axing the campaign, pausing it. Super interesting to know. Let me know in the comments below, please.